Google Labs is killing it. They're the best, I think, right now in the world of AI, and SceneBuilder, I just had some fun with it today, is really, really cool for people who want to do storytelling with consistent characters, set a mood, set a theme, and then be able to expound upon an idea. I did 5 clips together, so they're 8 seconds apiece, ended up being a 40-second little video here. And, you know, there's some spots where it misses a little bit. I tried to, I gave it some pretty complex prompts in the beginning, but then I kind of simplified the prompts. So I want to show you guys exactly how I'm able to create something really cool, you know, kind of along these lines here, where it's, you know, a character leaving a lighthouse, and then, you know, the lighthouse is still there, and he gets onto the horse, and, you know, some mystical kind of things there. Getting out of the horse, I mean, that was kind of a cool jump there. I liked it. But then, you know, it showed the character, you know, in the woods with the lighthouse in the distance. There's an extra horse there. And then I was able to then use a frames to video where I took that same scene and then had the horse run away. And then that horse showed up back. Now here, I was a little upset that all of a sudden it's a bit lighter out now than it was in the previous scene. But I had the empty horse show up back at the lighthouse with this creature behind, this shadowy creature. And so this is really fun. This is cool stuff. This is where AI is headed, to where you can start to tell a full-on story and have consistent characters. So I kind of want to show you guys step by step how I generated this. So first of all, I'm using Veo 3 Fast here. You know, every one of the clips has audio, so that was pretty good. It's not killing a ton of my credits or anything like that. So to start here, the beginning scene, I used ChatGPT to write me a prompt for this kind of ominous lighthouse type scene with this rider, with this kind of an envelope that he's got to bring to wherever. And it's really fun to do this. So, all right, so just kind of step by step here. This was a full-on original scene. And, you know, he's got this envelope to tell, you know, to bring some sort of message to someone. And I didn't want him to get into a car or anything like that. So it was like, all right, let's get onto a horse. I wanted his name to be Dark Rider. So I put that in the third prompt here.
Dark Rider.
And then, you know, I didn't ask for it to have an extra horse, but that's what Veo threw at me, so I ran with it. So I was like, all right, here's this rider bringing this envelope, this message to somebody. And I was like, all right, well, this extra horse is here. There's a big storm behind there, so the lighthouse isn't back in the distance. It's now in like these ominous kind of eerie woods. And I wanted this dark rider to send the horse away. Back to the lighthouse. So that's where I did the frame. So what's cool here is, so any spot you're at, you can then hit the plus button here, and you can save that frame as an asset and then be able to continue on. So I'll try to continue on here and show you guys an example of a way to make this story go for another 8 seconds. So here's the now that same horse being sent away back towards the lighthouse. And I just wish that the lighthouse scene here wasn't like dawn or, you know, sunlight, or I mean, the end of the day. I wish it was still a little darker to keep the consistency of the previous scene, but that's okay. We're splitting hairs here. But I did want the horse to show up and have there be this like mystic, you know, kind of creature. It looks like something out of Stranger Things, which that's pretty fun. And the horse now has this cool expression back to the camera. So all of a sudden it's really lively, and that's pretty fun. So we're going to get all the way to the end here, and I'm going to now save this frame as an asset, and now it's smart, it switches it to frames to video. So I'm going to select this frame, and I'm going to say the creature runs towards the horse, and the horse gets scared and runs away. Something kind of basic here, but just want to show you guys an example of a way you can kind of continue the story on. It's pretty fun. And if you wanted to, you could do a first frame and then you can have it end with a last frame, but I'm not going all the way to that right now. I'm going to fix this a little, some of my punctuation here. And all right, so I'm going to run with it and do another few credits. So it's going to load up, and through the magic of editing, the scene is now complete. Let's watch it together and see what happens. Characters. Oh my. Alright, well, a little confusing there. So, you know, the story might be a little convoluted, but this would be fun to have, say, in the background of a music video, things that I like to work on, to where, you know, if some of these scenes don't quite work or kind of fit together, you can go to shots of the band playing or something like that. But still, you're able to tell a story with consistent characters. Really, really fun. Please let me know in the comments if anybody else has used SceneBuilder and what they've made. We'd love to see some examples of our audience's work. I'm Brian. I'm half of the Creative AI show. Rosh and I, we talk every Monday on our podcast where we talk 20, 30 minutes about how we're using fun things like this to generate really cool outputs. And also, we're able to use it for our clients and our own creative output. So if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do. Until then, we are two creative guys talking AI.